What is up, y'all? It's your girl Nick Robinson back again with the RHOA Effect, and let's get on in here. Come on in, because we have to discuss the fact that the seating chart for the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion has dropped, and if you notice, there's something missing. Brit Eady is not at the reunion. Also, Kenya. A lot of people were expecting Bravo to at least bring Kenya back for the reunion to talk about her part in this season 16 show. You know, the first 5 episodes or so that she were in, to address what happened between she and Brit Eady. Neither one of those ladies are there. So from what we know, Bravo did not even invite Kenya back. As far as Brit, we know that she continues filming even after the whole Pow Pow situation, even after the backlash that Bravo received for keeping her on. It's kind of like they chose her over Kenya. That's how a lot of people saw it, right? Because a lot of people feel like if Kenya should have been dismissed for her actions, then so should Brit have been dismissed for her threats, right? That didn't happen. So, as we know, we're still filming a few episodes before they actually show the reunion, but in real time, in real life, they are filming the reunion. They've started the filming process. So at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen in these next few episodes of the season that's going to shift everything. We know that through press and interviews that Brit and Kelly had fallen out by the time we started watching the show. So we are yet to see what happened with those two ladies. And then we know that, we haven't seen Brit doing any press lately. We don't even see that she living currently as if she is part of the show. So I'm curious as to what happened. You got this huge opportunity to be on this major network, to be a part of this massive franchise. You got into it with an OG that was on there, and then you decide not to come to the reunion. That's like getting the biggest job offer of your life, basically, and you pull a no call, no show. Do you think they're going to keep you after that? Absolutely not. Do you think that you can pivot into some other reality space? No. Perhaps that's the goal for her. Perhaps she realizes that reality TV is not for her. It's not for her marriage. It's not for her family. Maybe that's what it is. But at the end of the day, we were all taught to never burn a bridge. At this point, she's definitely burned the bridge. I know the producers at Bravo are probably pissed that they chose her in the situation between her and Kenya, and she did something like this. Let me tell you why they would probably be pissed. Because the reunion shows are the opportunity for everything to be put out on the table, discussed. It's an opportunity for the fans to get some back end information as to what was going on, what people were feeling and thinking, etc. It's a way for us to really gather the season and walk away with some understanding, clarity, etc. And she did not allow that opportunity to happen. It's weird to me because a lot of people are saying, like, I know I watched Justin Diego from Bingeworthy. I watched his video on it. He is blaming the fans for running Brit off. I don't necessarily agree with that perspective. I see what he's saying, but I don't necessarily agree with it. Here's my take on it personally. As I have been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta for years, we have seen new housewives. The whole franchise was brand new to us, right? And we saw where there have been some new housewives that have come in once the show had started, and they fared well. And then we see this situation with Brit. And I'm not trying to down Brit, because it's not like I dislike her. I don't dislike her. It's just I don't feel that she was a good fit. I just don't. She would get lost in all cast scenes. She really didn't have much that was shown. I don't know if it's because of how it was edited. I don't know if it's because what she gave wasn't much and they had to just kind of paste things together. But in my opinion, we really didn't get a chance to really know her well. Once the Kenya situation blew over, right, she got lost for me. when I would do reviews, because I do reviews of each episode, she would barely make a blip on the radar to me, in my opinion. Like, she would get lost to me. So as far as blaming the fans for her not showing up, I don't agree with that. I don't think that that's an accurate assessment. But yeah, this is something else I want to get into. So Brit did release a statement, and here's what it says. I'm just going to read it word for word. As everybody is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of the season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing: the graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5. That photo was not me. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in the photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Brit. See, here is why people dislike her. I get it, because it's kind of like, okay, so like Kenya or not, she had a fan base. She has a fan base, and many of them were advocating for her to come back. They wanted her to be a part of it. At the very least, they wanted her to be at the reunion, right? So you have this situation where I'm not taking up for Kenya and what she did. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what this is at all. But you have a situation where, you know, you felt like a victim of a revenge P, all of this stuff that we already know. And come to find out, you're now saying it wasn't even you? Girl, and I understand she wasn't there at the time that the photos were shown, right? She did not see it. But somewhere in my mind, it would make sense for me that if that was to happen to me, I would want to see what photos were shown of me. I would have been like, so where are the photos? Like, what photos were shown? You see what I'm saying? Like, I get being embarrassed, hurt, devastated, and stuff like that, because who would want to be put on blast in that way? And what was done was wrong. But now I'm sitting here like, so after all of that is said and done, it's not even Brit, and you just not letting us know that you just found this out recently. It's like the whole thing happened for nothing at this point, if it wasn't even Brit. But then again, when you look at it from production standpoint, you doing something like that anyway, it's probably not a good look. So not letting Kenya off the hook at all for it, it's weird to me. And that's what I mean about Brit. For me, the behavior is weird. It's off-putting for some people. She really didn't have fans at this point. Brit didn't, I feel. I don't feel like she made a connection with the audience. I don't feel like she made a connection with the fans. From what we can tell, she's falling out with her BFF on the show. So it has more to do with the fact she wasn't connecting and clicking as a housewife off the rip. Like I said, would I have wanted her to continue? Maybe, so we can see maybe who she is, get more of an idea of, who she is. We didn't really get a chance to do that, and it appears that we won't, because I don't see them, as in Bravo, inviting her back if she has decided not to film the reunion. Some people are speculating that she will be found out as a liar at the reunion, or maybe there's something going on personally with her and her husband as to why she didn't want to do the reunion. Like, I don't know. Maybe something happened with her and the girls during the episodes that we're about to see. it's just up in the air right now as to why she would decide not to film the reunion. A lot of people are saying how, regardless of how anyone's season have gone in the past, they still show up to reunion. Examples are of, Phaedra still showing up for season 9 reunion, where the whole truth came out about her starting that rumor about Candy. Who else? Teresa, Judice. No matter what kind of season she's had, she still shows up. So, I mean, to a lot of people, it's unforgivable, and it doesn't make any sense why she wouldn't at least show up to the reunion, right? So this is very interesting. Now I want to see what happened that would cause her to just be like, you know what, I'm done. To give up the opportunity, because if you didn't want to be on reality TV, or if you didn't want to go into the reality space, you didn't have to. I don't know what the process is for them getting housewives. I don't know if she had to audition. I don't know. But whatever process that took you through being cast, and then you being the victor, if you will, in the dispute between you and Kenya, it's just a big old slap in the face to the network, the producers, to the fans, to everybody. Because it's like, girl, if you were just gonna do that, they might as well have kept Kenya, and you could have left at the time that the whole scandal happened. I mean, that's how I see it. I wonder how many of you out there see it the same way. I mean, it's unfortunate to see this happen this way. If I were her, I would have at least, finished the reunion. But again, I don't know what caused her to not show up, right? I wonder if it's a breach of contract. I was watching Carlos King's video where he talked about it, and Claudia Jordan, who used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, was saying that she believes the penalty for not filming the reunion is just one payment of a show, basically, instead of it being a huge breach of contract and stuff like that. So if she's just missing one payment, basically, then I guess she felt like it wasn't worth it to go get that check. Being a first season Real Housewife, she's not getting paid that much, Claudia said. So maybe she can, forego that payment, just and be like, forget it. But you also have to think about the upcoming engagements, as in another season, for example, as in BravoCon, because those ladies get paid to do those things, all the press and all of that. She gave up the bag, and I guess she felt like it wasn't worth it. I don't know, aside from the whole photo situation that ended up not even being her, I don't know what else she called devastating. I have yet to see what was devastating for her. Maybe the hate mail that she was getting from Kenya fans, maybe that's what was devastating for her, because Kenya's fans are fanatic for her. And I do know that there were a lot of comments, a lot of just attacks, I'm sure, on Brit personally, because they blamed Brit for why Kenya was dismissed from the show, as if Brit can make that decision. I mean, she didn't make that decision, and she can't make that decision, right? But they still attacked her. So maybe that's what she's talking about. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe she just don't got the chops for it, y'all. Everybody can't handle it, and that's okay. Can you imagine now your face is plastered everywhere? Everything you do, somebody is putting it under a microscope, judging it. It's bad. It's harsh. And maybe she just decided this is not for me. But I feel like this is not the way to go out. I feel like, you should have been strong and just, did what you need to do. However, if her emotional and mental health were at risk by continuing, then girl, choose you. I mean, choose you. I'm not mad at her for making a personal decision if that's what's best for her. But I do see the other side of it, right? So this has been a mess. Bravo took 2 years, y'all, to revamp the show, vet people, get the right cast, and unfortunately, and it's my opinion, that Brit was not a good fit from the beginning. I'm sorry. Even if, and I feel that way, even if the whole Kenya situation did not happen. For me, she didn't connect with the audience. For me, she's not memorable outside of the whole Kenya thing. For me, I'm sorry, she's just not. Again, it's not that I dislike her. It's just maybe she needed more time. You feel me? Like maybe she just needed more time, because I know, remembering back when Cynthia first came, Cynthia, for me, beautiful. You know what I mean? But her personality yet was not bursting through the screen. For me, with Cynthia, when she first came on, was the fact that, she was a model, she had a child with Leon, the actor, and she was getting married. Like, that's what, was at the forefront of Cynthia on Real Housewives of Atlanta when she first came on. It wasn't until Cynthia got more comfortable being herself and showing her true personality that she kind of stuck for me as a fan, right? So I was like, maybe that's the same thing with Brit. Maybe we just need a little bit more time, because it's kind of hard to know, somebody that's kind of still got that newness on them, and it's their first season, and they just kind of working their way up to being comfortable enough to just be themselves. You know what I mean? Some people need time, some people don't. Like Nene came out the gate like whatever, however, whatever, but that's Nene's personality, right? Everybody's not a Nene, everybody's not a Sheree, everybody's not, you know what I'm saying, everybody's not like that. So I was willing to kind of try to give her a chance, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. You guys, tell me what you think. Like, are you glad that she seems to be out? Do you now feel like Bravo should go ahead and bring Kenya back because Brit is gone?